What's up, y'all, out there in YouTube? Hey, here's old Tooter's Garage. What I've been dealing with, I can't tell you how long I've been dealing with this because I lost track of how many years it's been. But this is my 2001 Polaris Trail Boss, and I don't know, it ran good. When I first got it, it was wrecked, and I fixed some stuff. Of course, you know, all this is smashed. This was smashed down into the fender, and it got rolled over. And you know, I since had to replace this and the brake reservoir, and I've added all this stuff and changed some things out that were just eyesores. I never changed the tires yet, but I've plugged them quite often. And you know, here lately they're holding there. It has sat for the last 5 to 6 years. Throttle cable there is got a bad spot in it where the tensioner is in it, and I just cobbled some fuel hose over it and stiffened it up. But I just got this in today. I replaced it. Now I'll get to my point here, what I'm saying here in a minute. But it being wrecked, this has been jacked up like this for all them years. It's nice and red on one side, but pink on the other. So I ordered this. This came out of New York. It's got the Polaris badge on it, so that's a plus. But besides all the micro hair cracks in it and stuff, and I'll address that later on as far as trying to refurbish all that. But I did buy a new carburetor 7 or 8 years ago. I put it on and still had some problems. It seemed like it was running the same, not running good. And I will start it up here in a second and explain this. But it really hasn't had a whole lot of use to it. It's sitting out in the weather some. I do have the gas tank cover and the side covers. I've got all that. Those are in pretty good shape, other than just weathered by the sun. So I've tried the new carburetor. Now, given in the wreck, the steering post was bent over. The handlebars are still kind of off, and I got another set that I need to find and put on it. But the CDI box was cracked on it because of where it mounted. And let me see if I got it laying here. Okay, now I've had to go through some of these because the start buttons and crap in them burn out. But you see the CDI box. So it got broke in the wreck, and it's been like that, and I figured, well, maybe through the time moisture has made its way in there. It's got a bunch of delamination and stuff, and they just fill it up with whatever, that epoxy and junk. So I fear it's, you know, it's got the Mitsubishi symbol on it. So yeah, I can get the part numbers. Pause the video. Anyway, besides all that, the issue with this is I'm thinking carburetor. Now, that's the reason why I bought a new carburetor. And it seemed to kind of like run better, but it just wouldn't run 100% all the time. I might be able to put the new one back on it and see if I can get it to stay running good. It does have the Mikuni original on it now. I completely have gone through it last night. what a total freaking headache that is, man. I've actually took small propane torch, and heated it up, and flash cooled it with brake parts cleaner through the jetting holes and stuff, trying to see if I can cook out any kind of, stuff in it. But it seemed like it just automatically just started running like garbage and doo-doo. So I thought, well, what could it be? What things could I check? So I set the valve lash, set it 6 thousandths according to what the internet says, and everything on the internet's correct. But the damn thing, I don't think that helped it 100%. I took the the little tappet covers off and set all that. I'm not gonna take all this off just to get to it, but I'm just telling my story. Maybe I just can't find a video on there of my symptoms I have and what the remedy is. I just see these rebuild dirty carburetor videos on these and all the rest of them, and it's nothing that lines up with my issue. So maybe if you're gonna watch this video and either that maybe it's Mikuni's shot, because it seems like the Mikuni is worse than the new one. So anywho, new spark plug wire end, because the other one messed up. I put a new CDI in it. It seemed it helped it at first with the new carburetor that I cleaned out, and everything's just been spotless. No ethanol buildup, no varnish in the carburetors, nothing been sitting around. Had somebody peed in the gas tank, and colored that gas kind of yellow. Basically it was just yellow gas, been sitting there a while, but it looked like yellow pee. So anywho, put my new choke cable on it, put this thing on it, the one that works the best. All carburetors on repetitively. New fuel lines, adding fuel filters. Last time one of the things that I've done is changed fuel lines and put a new fuel filter on it straight from the Polaris dealer. Whatever that cost. Just all sorts of trial and error stuff, and it's failed. It seemed like every time I turn around it's something. It's just it wanted to haul ass pretty good and run good with the aftermarket carb on there. I may just end up buying another one, but it's like the Polaris said, that shop, they said they'll ultrasonic clean or go through and tear it down and put it back together and soak it for $60, which is probably not a bad deal. But that's like, damn, I don't want to wipe my ass with $60. Could do good, could not do. It's like a pig in the poke, man. I don't have time to take it over today, probably next week or so, but next time I get around, I am going to put the other aftermarket on there and see if I get a different result. Now I set the tappet clearance 6 thousandths. I can't check the timing chain slack. I don't know much about that. I got to get me a book, but I hadn't seen any videos out there. So anyway, excuse me. It's been a really good, reliable four-wheeler. Other than that, let's see what happens. Now I do have a battery hooked up to jump this thing off. I pull the choke out. Y'all know the thing. Okay. Now I do have a problem with the key switch. They said key switch is $100 at Polaris, but it'll turn on. There's a little janky spot in there where you try to kill it and it doesn't kill. Like you turn it like that to kill it and it doesn't kill. And you have to kind of hit half the spot in there and it'll kill it. But let's see what happens. See if I can do this one-handed. should let the choke off about half. Now, as you hear, I don't know if you can see, but it's always had, or it had developed a real low idle vibration. Of course, the handlebars, I don't know if you can see, but I can tell they're just vibrating crazy. At least this side do it. Sometimes this side will do it. Irrelevant, but I just don't know. I just don't know what would be causing that. I have not gone down to the end. There goes the CDI box. Anyway, I haven't gone down into the stator part to see, you know, what could be down there. It could be, if it's actually an ignition, or if I got rectifiers out or something. Just scavenged some spare parts off of some couple of Polaris four-wheelers at the junkyard the other day. I'm not too sure if it's electrical. I think it acts more of a carburetor, but it's just weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and push the choke in, warm back up enough. It idles. Let me pull the choke back out, and you'll see that I guess the choke does work. Okay, it choked it till it died. Alright. It's always started pretty decent. Other than that, I'm trying to give it about so much throttle. I think idle to mid-range is okay, then about half to 2/3 up or something like that. 50 to 60% higher, or you know, in that range, up to full throttle is just garbage. So let's see what happens. Let me go a little higher. Up to full throttle. As you can tell, it's back to idling good. The engine vibration's a little bit different. It's actually vibrating me pretty good. So, I don't know, hopefully my voice doesn't sound kind of much of reverb in it. Let's do it again. Full throttle. After about 2/3, or you know, yeah, 2/3 throttle, or half. No, I'd say half idle to half throttle is okay. And that's what's driving me nuts. There, I didn't even cut it off. There you go. That's the problem I'm having, especially with this original Mikuni. And I apologize for being noisy, but I'm about to pull my hair out or send it to the Polaris shop for $115 an hour. I don't want to send it there for that, but I don't really know. I mean, is this carburetor a flop? Are you a flop? I don't know. But, you know, I thought, well, it's got that diaphragm thing in there. Is that it? And I rode it around last night in the dark, and I could tell that the dent, that the bend on the exhaust right there was turning red, which it indicated to me like it was a, you know, it's a lean. You know, it would get red when I would make it run like that. So it acted like it was lean. Like a fuel passage or something. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this issue. That's why I'm reaching out there for help. Don't know if I can share this on any kind of ATV forum, but maybe ATC Animals or something like that. But that's my problem. That is definitely my problem. Hadn't put much anything else back on it until I try to get this resolved, because I got a pretty good head of hair and I hate to pull my hair out on it. But it's got some maintenance coming up due on it, and trying to get the issues at hand taken care of. And evidently this is a rectifier, and I got to get that figured out. I got a bucket of parts over there with some miscellaneous off of maybe like a Sportsman or some other crap or something other. I think one of them was a 2-stroke or liquid 2-stroke. There was 2 different ones up at the junkyard, and I was getting what I could and salvage, just in case. But anyway, if you enjoy what I'm putting out, because this is something that's bothered me for probably coming close to 10 years. And I've just put it off to take it into Polaris. I probably should have done it a year or so ago when I had a little more in the pocketbook, but $115 an hour, and I got better things to spend money on. You know, I could spend that much on one 2x4 these days, so you know, I could use a 2x4 also. But anyway, guys, be sure, and you know, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you like what I do and some of the stuff, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or share it within a group. Shoot me a comment. It's not all the time that I get on the laptop and check the comments and stuff, which I should do. I don't have a real good computer to put videos out on, so I'm doing this on my phone, and so it's going to be fairly basic. All one video unedited, so don't know what else to say. It's just I need some help. Throw a comment in there. What else? I don't know if you could email me through there. Maybe you could send me an email if you can do that through YouTube. But fresh oil, fresh filter. Just trying to do what I could do, the basics, the fundamentals, and it's like I'm banging my head against the wall. So, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and until next time.